Welcome to mission 4 of this campaign. Our mission today is to destroy any enemy supply planes that have landed at the Essen-Mulheim Airbase. We'll take off from Ophoven, we'll head east-northeast across the front line between Duisburg and Dusseldorf, and we'll bomb and strafe any enemy supply planes we find at the Essen-Mulheim Airbase. Takeoff time is 06:30 hours. It's quite dark at the moment. There is another flight of P-51s ahead of us that's taken off first, and now it's our turn to roll. We've reached our cruising altitude of 12,000 feet. We're carrying a couple of 500-pound bombs under the wings, and there are 2 flights of P-51s going in to attack the airbase. The flight up ahead there is tasked with destroying any anti-aircraft gun positions, and our job is to destroy any planes that we find parked on the airfield. We've almost reached the front line, and it's time to descend through the clouds. We can see the River Rhine stretching out into the distance, and that is Duisburg off our 10 o'clock. The Essen-Mulheim Airbase is straight ahead, just beyond that small river there. The first flight of P-51s is over the airbase now. I don't think they're going to attack the anti-air positions before we arrive. We'll just have to take that risk. Closing in on the airbase now. I can see a couple of supply planes there. Looks like one of them is taxiing to the runway, so I'm going to target that one with my bombs. In slow motion, we can see the supply plane up ahead. Bombs are away. One of them actually pierces the fuselage of the plane. The other one lands into the ground. And boom, there we go. The supply plane is absolutely wrecked. Here's how it looks in real time. The other planes in my wing have hit targets as well. there was a second supply plane next to the one I bombed, so I've looped around and I'm trying to spot that one. And I can see it there, taxiing to the runway, so I'm going to strafe it with the machine guns. Got a lot of hits into it, but I think it's still moving. So I will come back around for a second attack run. That should do it. Meanwhile, as I'm strafing that supply plane, a 109 that is parked up at the airfield has scrambled and is taking off. I'm having a look around for other targets on the airfield. Looks like the anti-air positions are being taken out, which is good. And here is the 109 that has scrambled and he's attacking one of the P-51s. And I can get onto his 6. So let's give chase. As I'm chasing, there is anti-aircraft fire coming up in my direction. And whack, I take a round into the nose of the plane. You can see a bunch of holes on the nose of the plane there. And there is some oil beginning to leak onto my windscreen. Plane still seems to have power and is handling well, so I'm going to continue my pursuit here. I haven't adjusted my trim, that's my bad, otherwise I'd be closing up a lot quicker. The 109 has disengaged and climbed, and that's going to give me a chance to close up and take some shots. Finally managed to get a couple of hits on him. He's dropped down and I've pulled up so that I can stay behind him, and let's see if I can finish him off. Got some really good hits there. I think he's trailing oil and that looks like he's going down to the ground. Okay, I think that is mission accomplished. I'm a bit worried about the condition of the plane. I've dropped the revs down to 24,000 RPM and I've reduced manifold pressure, and I'm just going to coast back to base if I can. There's a bit more oil on the windscreen now. I'm looking at the dials. I don't see anything immediately problematic. Hopefully, if I just keep the revs down and the manifold pressure low, I'll be able to make it back to base. I'm having a look around for the rest of my squadron, but I can't see anything, so I think I'm on my own here. I am about to pass over an airfield. I just hope there aren't any active anti-air gun positions on it. If I can make it past this airfield, the River Rhine is just beyond it, and I'll be back into friendly territory. Made it over the river, and it's time to RTB. Here we are back at Ophoven. A bit more oil on the windscreen now, but the plane's been handling okay, and I'm on my final approach to land. Made a nice 2-point landing, and then slowly the back wheel is coming down as well. That's mission 4 completed. Confirmation here of the 3 aircraft I destroyed, 2 supply planes and the 109. Many thanks for watching, and see you next time.